When it's super cold out in winter, I do not go outside. So instead, I find inside small projects that I can do where it's nice and cozy warm, like this little jewelry box. We have been spending a lot of time at Goodwill recently because there's really nothing else to do. And this is where I found this really cute, adorable little piece at. Off camera, I prep this piece by cleaning, sanding, and then cleaning again. This gives it a roughed up surface so my paint adheres better. I'm just using a Waverly brand paint in the color Plaster, and I'm going to give this whole entire thing 2 to 3 good coats of paint. Using a piece of scrapbook paper and some Aleene's Decopage medium, I am decoupaging this scrapbook paper onto the top of this little jewelry box. This Aleene's is really a thick stuff, so I did mist it with water a little bit to thin my decoupage medium down. Using a crumpled up ball of saran wrap, I went over and rubbed out some of the wrinkles, and I also made sure to tack down the corners and the edges of this scrapbook paper with my decoupage glue. When the glue was completely dry, I took a piece of sandpaper and just lightly sanded the edges to remove the excess. I also had applied the scrapbook paper to the sides of the drawers, so when those were dry, I did the same thing. I took my sandpaper and I lightly sanded the edges to remove off the excess of the scrapbook paper. I also decoupaged this pretty bird napkin onto the front of the little drawers. I cut slits into the napkin where the little doorknobs are, and then I pushed them through. And once my decoupage medium was on there, I took a crumpled up piece of saran wrap and lightly smoothed out the wrinkles. When my napkin was completely dry, I took an X-Acto blade and just cut through the drawer sides and in between the drawers. That way I can open and close them. And then I took some of that white paint, the plaster Waverly color, and just kind of tapped it and dabbed it all over the napkins to kind of highlight some of the wrinkles. And just to give it more of an aged, worn, and shabby style. With a white gold metallic wax and an artist paintbrush, I added the wax to the drawer knobs and some of the trim areas around the top of the jewelry box, as well as around the little glass windows. With a very small amount on my artist brush, I also tapped and swirled around on the decoupage paper on the top, again, just to kind of give it that aged look and worn sort of patina. Using the Waverly brand Clear Matte Varnish, I applied this to seal the whole entire piece, and I did 2 coats. I had these adorable bird transfers that I used and applied them to the sides of the jewelry box. With the transfer, it's just a clear sheet with a image on the back of it. You apply it and then you take a burnishing stick and you rub until that image releases from the clear plastic sheet, and then you pull it off. If for some reason it seems like it doesn't want to come up, you just go back over it with your burnishing stick and keep rubbing until that releases. I then applied some of this Waverly brand white wax to the whole entire piece. I'm just wiping it on with a paper towel and then wiping it off. Let's have a quick look at the before we check out the final reveal. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think it turned out super cute. I love the birds and I'm super ready for spring. I don't know if you can tell. Thanks again, you guys. I hope I've inspired you today. I hope I've earned your subscription. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.